See, there is no such thing as man-dog love, man-woman love, man-mother love, man-son love, man-daughter love. There is no such thing. Love is just a certain sweetness of emotion. How you're arriving at it is the only question, isn't it? The method. The man-woman thing is a compulsive love affair. Nature is pushing you towards each other because nature is interested in only one thing, to perpetuating herself. If it somehow doesn't put a man-woman together, you and me wouldn't be here. So whether they love each other or not, that's not the question, they have to come together somehow, otherwise you and me wouldn't be born. So this is a compulsive need. This need is throwing people together to experience some sense of oneness. This is one love affair chemically supported by nature.
Okay.
All the other love affairs are not chemically supported by nature, it is just yours. But this is one love affair which is chemically supported by nature. For most of these love affairs, unfortunately, once the chemistry runs out, they wonder why the hell are they together. So before the chemistry runs out, you are supposed to establish a different level of conscious love affair, which is beyond the chemistry. If that doesn't happen, it turns ugly.
So what is that love affair? That is a conscious love affair. Let's talk about that. And let's take it further. Is there a potential spiritual dimension to it? I'm not saying there has to be. Is there a potentially? But let's first say, when the chemicals don't react anymore, what reacts? What works? What makes it work?
See, chemistry is of the body,
Yeah.
okay? The bodily chemistry plays up certain things according to its needs. The moment the need is satisfied, you wonder, why the hell are you here?
Yeah.
Okay? So, that is a very different kind of thing. That is nature's trick. You are… like you are 10, 11 years of age, the world was everything fine with it. Suddenly, your intelligence got hijacked by your hormones. Suddenly the whole world looks different, all of a sudden. So all that's happened is, your intelligence got hijacked by the hormones. The chemistry has hijacked you. Very, very few individuals have the necessary awareness to look beyond that at life. Everybody else get flooded by this process. By the time they recover, usually it's too late. Not necessarily. So is it something wrong or right? There's nothing wrong or right, it's just limited, that's all. Is being limited a crime? No. But the nature of the human being is such, he suffers limitations. He doesn't like it. So what you're referring to as love is basically the sweetness of your emotion. You sit here, you could feel love about somebody who is not even here. So it's got nothing to do with anybody. It is just the sweetness of your emotion. Now is your love affair, your ability to love, is it on self-start or is it on push-start? Do you have to push around to be loving or can you be just loving by yourself? That's a question. If you look at this carefully, naturally your innermost longing is to be free of every human being on the planet, to free of everything, so that you can be just the way you want to be. But right now, socially, we have attached ourselves to all these things because we think that's the only way it works. That is the way it has worked for a lot of people, because a lot of people are only have to be pushed, only then something happens to them. It is what to say, a rudimentary technology. If your car has to be pushed every day, today we consider it a rudimentary technology, isn't it? Maybe 50, 60 years ago, a push-start car was quite okay, as long as it starts it was okay, but not anymore. So, once a human being becomes more and more aware of his own nature, he understands to experience love, to experience blissfulness, to experience ecstasy, even to experience orgasmic ways of life, you don't need anybody actually. If you just sit here, you can make it happen within yourself. Because after all, it's your body, it's your mind, it's your emotion, it's your chemistry, and you are the one who is creating all the experiences of your life. Because people are not conscious of this, that you are the maker of your life, you are the one who is doing your life the way you want it, most people still believe that their experiences are being shaped by people and situations around them. But that's not true. Human experiences are 100% self-created, 100%. So if it's self-created, right now if you sit here, would you choose to maintain sweetness of your mind, sweetness of your body, sweetness of your emotion, sweetness of your energy, or would you like something bitter?
Yeah, I'd prefer sweetness.
Sweetness. So you would naturally be loving. It doesn't take anybody. So a relationship, when you see a man and a woman, you're talking about a relationship. Because there are other aspects to it. There may be a social angle to it, there may be a physical angle to it, there may be a psychological angle to it, there may be an economic angle to it. The variety of other things to fulfill in a relationship. We form relationships with variety of people in our lives. You have business relationships, you have personal relationships, you have professional relationships. So, relationships we form basically to fulfill different types of needs or to fulfill somebody else's needs, whichever way it is. That is a relationship. But what you refer to as love is just the sweetness of your emotion. You can use another person to stimulate that within you, or you can be on self-start mechanism.
But it's possible for two people together, if they've been together beyond the chemistry, or the chemical or the hormones, to be starters for each other and continue that relationship. I mean, do you see value in that? Do you see value in people staying together for so long? In a marriage? Beyond duty, beyond say, okay, we have children, we have to do it together, or society expects us to.
There is a certain beauty for two human beings to weave their lives as one. There is a certain sense of… See, if you have to really be with somebody, you have to give up a part of yourself in some way. So the English expression falling in love is very significant. You can only fall into it. You can't stand in it, you can't climb in it, you have to fall into it. Falling means some part of you has to go to accommodate another, which is a good thing for a human being to do, that he doesn't think too much of himself. One who thinks too much of himself cannot be in a love affair. Somewhere you have to surrender a part of yourself to be in a love affair. In that sense, it's a very beautiful thing. Years ago, 25 years ago, every song was talking janam, janam, janam. Now they're talking expiry date.
Okay.
So the whole context of relationships have changed, which I feel is sad because the profoundness of being with another being has been lost in this. In the name of freedom, in the name of choice, actually you're becoming horribly compulsive. It's all about yourself. When it's all about yourself, you will not know the beauty of life. So these marriages which were done in a certain way was never about you, it was always about the other person. Both the people, if they think like this, it's about the other person, it's a beautiful place to be. If only one person thinks like that, it becomes exploitation. If both the persons don't think like that, it's just a compulsive relationship. Me trying to extract something from you, you trying to extract something from me, it's a conflict situation all the time.